Hey guys, welcome to our What is Coaching webinar. With me, I have four incredible coaches. And today we are going to share with you what is coaching. We want to tell you what our team is all about. We want to tell you what this opportunity is all about so that you have a better idea of what we do as coaches, whether you want to coach yourself or you're simply just curious. I hope that this video provides you some insight into our world. So let's hop right into it. I'm going to start off kind of by letting you guys know what's a coach? What's a Beachbody coach? Now, if you're watching this, you're probably aware that Beachbody is a company that provides at-home workouts from top trainers. We reach countries like Canada, United States, and the United Kingdom, and we are going to be expanding, I'm sure, in the near future as well. So we provide at-home fitness solutions for people. We have incredible all-natural plant-based products. We have a really great line of protein bars. We have a ton of options. But basically, we provide support to people. So as a coach, we just help people get started. We certainly aren't experts by any means, but we are people that love the products, that love the programs, and we want to share our journey with you. And we help others get started on their journey. So let's start off with Coach Annie Merritt, and she is going to share with us what coaches do each and every day.
Literally the biggest question, right? Okay, so what do we do as coaches? What do we do every day that you see us posting on our stories for, and what do we do kind of behind the scenes? So it's super easy, and that's the best part about this. They are simple behaviors, they are fun behaviors, and we get to have the best friends to help us during this process. So the first thing we do is we get to focus on ourselves. We get to look inside us and focus on us while we are coaches. That's part of our job. We get to work on personal development and really dig into why we feel certain ways and why we do certain things, and just really focus on us. That's the number one thing. And if you follow other Beachbody coaches or one of us on social media, you always see us sharing about personal development, because it's a vital behavior, because we need to better ourselves so that we can better everyone else. And that's the best part about the job personally for me, because I came worlds away from who I was up, and it started with personal development. So number two, we get to engage with our challengers, with our challenge groups. You always see us posting about what a challenge group is. We get to post and host all of these challenge groups with all of our challengers and coaches. We get to support one another all the time, every day. And we get to hold each other accountable. And that is number one to us, because just because we're coaches doesn't mean we're super fit and we eat 100% healthy. We don't. Like, I promise you, no one does that's a coach. We indulge. We have days that we don't want to work out, and we can turn to our challenge groups for support. And that is the best. Like, it is so amazing to turn to our group and say, you know what, guys, I'm struggling, help me. And there's always someone there that is in the exact same spot as you. So number three, we get to kind of share our journey on social media. So some people love sharing on Instagram, some people love sharing on Facebook, whatever it is, we get to share our journey. We get to bring people along our own personal journeys so that they can jump on with us. Because there's always going to be someone out there that is struggling just like we were. There's always going to be that one person that's going to relate to you. And that's all that matters. If one person, if only one person can relate to you, you're doing your job. And when I heard that, I'm pretty sure Kyrstin probably told me, I was like, wow, like that is life-changing sentence. I never really kind of thought about something like that. But if you could change one person's life, done, retired, done with everything. Like, seriously, that's amazing. And we get the ability to do that. Number four, we are proof of the product. We get all of these amazing all-natural products, just like Kyrstin just said. You guys, they're amazing. We get to be proof of these. We get to show these off on social media because they work. They're amazing. We put these into our bodies so that we can show others what they actually do. And we get that bomb discount too. So number 5, we get to just kind of share more about personal development, and like not just personal development, but how it's kind of helped us, how it's changed our story with where we started and where we're going. So we take that personal development that we learn and we're able to share that through our story. And that's where those people like you guys watching this call can relate to us and really dig and dive into wanting to join us with coaching or just becoming a client and joining as a challenger. I have so many people that reach out to me and they say, I saw this one post and I feel like I know you. Like, I feel like I've known you for how long and I've read one of your posts. And it's crazy when you hear that from somebody for the first time. You just step back and you're like, wow, like I'm being raw and honest with all of everyone who follows me on social media because I've been working on myself with that personal development. Number 6, we get to just kind of market ourselves. And it's crazy because I used to be like, before signing up as a coach, we get to market Beachbody. No, we don't market Beachbody. We market ourselves, because when someone sees you out there using the Beachbody products, using Beachbody on demand, they don't care what company it is, what program it is. They're like, you are doing this. You are showing me that it works. You are showing me that you're proof of those products. And that's why I want to join. I want to join because of you and not just because of the company. And that's honestly amazing. We get to invite people daily to join us in this journey. And it is just crazy. Number 7, we get to lift ourselves up while lifting our entire team up. So just like all of us on this call, we get together all the time and just talk about business, talk about our personal journeys, and we get to go into our challenge groups and talk about how we need to focus on us and work on our personal development. And that lifts not only ourselves higher, but it lifts our team because they see what you can do and that they can do the exact same. Those busy people that complain that they're busy all the time, they see that this coach, maybe she's a mom of 4, maybe she has 3 jobs, and she's still working on herself. That's relatable. They lift themselves up just from seeing that because they can relate to it. And that's why Beachbody coaches get all of this amazing community, because they're relatable. They're real people. We're real people. And that's why it's just such a great company. We're not all super fit. We're not all super perfect with our nutrition. And whoever is, I wish I could do that, but I can't. So that's just the best. We all lift each other up. And we get to mentor coaches just like you guys watching this call. We get to just help them start their businesses, because I just remember the day I signed up as a coach, how amazing that feeling was. And I didn't know what I was getting into, but I knew that I wanted this so bad. And we have so much training. We have such a great I never knew it was going to be like this jumping in, and I never thought I would be hosting a coach mentorship call with my coach. Like, never in a million years. But that is how amazing this community is. They're always lifting us up, and they're always having things like this just to help new coaches, old coaches, whoever. They're always helping. So yeah, that's kind of what we do as coaches.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Annie. And it's true. Like, as coaches, we don't do anything crazy. Truly, we are the ultimate storytellers. Like, we share our journey, and it's nice because we're not trained or encouraged to be salesy and knock on doors and cold call people. The way that we're trained to run our business is simply by sharing our story, sharing what works for us. Because if you want to find perfection on social media, you can find it. You can find that. But what people crave is real. They crave a story, because there's someone out there who looks like me, who relates to me, who relates to my journey, and who only will relate to Hilary, to Olivia, to Annie, and to AMQ. There's someone out there that is waiting for a coach like you to begin, because they will only relate to you. So don't think that, because you're not, a type A fit buff, blonde bombshell bunny that you can't do this, because as coaches, your mission and your duty each day is to just share your journey. So simple. Thank you so much, Annie. Now we are going to move on to my girl, Hilary, and she is going to tell us all about who makes a good coach.
Hey, everyone. So who makes a good coach? What I think is number one is someone who is proof that the products work and someone who believes in what we have to offer. So that doesn't mean that you have to be at your goal weight or that you've had to lose X amount of pounds with Beachbody or that you have a really bomb after photo or a progress photo. That really helps for sure. But if you're not there yet, like if you became a coach or you're becoming a coach at the beginning of your journey, just like I didn't have those results yet. I used coaching to get me there, and I used it as accountability. So it was kind of like twofold win-win. But even though you don't necessarily have the results yet, you can still be a product of the product, meaning that you believe in what we have to offer and how it can help other people. Maybe you have digestive issues and Shakeology has made a huge difference for you. Maybe you've tried other pre-workouts, but they make you feel nauseous and you hate that and tingly. Like I've literally thrown up at a gym before because the pre-workout that I bought there was way too strong and there was way too many chemicals in it for me. So even if you don't necessarily have those results yet from Beachbody, you can still believe in the products and you can still tell people about them and how it makes a difference for you in your life and in your fitness. So that's number one, I believe. The second is that to be excited and to be passionate about this company, the opportunity, the lifestyle that you've created because of it and how your life has changed. People can tell a fraud and a fake. People can tell when you're just trying to sell or when you're just trying to make money. What you can't fake is being truly excited and passionate. And I think that on social media, you can tell people who just kind of show up and they're like, hey, happy Monday. It's Monday again. And you're like, hey, you're wasting my time. But if you're excited and you're passionate, people can tell, and that's palpable. You know what that's like to really be captivated by someone in their stories or in their posts. You're like, holy smokes, like I'm attracted to this person. I don't know much about them, but I love their energy. And that's because they're being authentic and they actually believe in what it is, whatever they're saying, whether it's fitness or otherwise. So someone who's excited and passionate. And that's often why the people who make a good coach or the best coaches are people who 110% believe in this opportunity. Again, so genuine. I've been doing this for 4.5 years. I've seen people come and go, right? The people who are in it for the long haul are successful. You cannot sign up and say, Kate, I need to make $1 million in 6 months. And if not, I'm out. It's not going to happen. You might as well just not even start. If that's how you think, then just don't even waste your time. You need to be in this for the long game. There are times in my business where it's like booming and there's huge growth. And there's other times where it's maybe not as much. And it's just kind of, it is what it is, but that's what life is. You can't it's not going to be like this all the time. And you need to be prepared for that. You need to be realistic. So people who are in this for the long game saying, Kate, I'm committing now and there's no end point. It's not, okay, if I don't reach X amount of dollars or rank or whatever by this date, I'm done. This isn't for you then. It's people who are willing to put in time, be coachable, they're willing to learn, to share their story and add value to people, and they're willing to put the time in so that it compounds, and you need to be consistent. People who don't make good coaches are people who are up and down with their fitness, because if that's you, you're not inspiring anyone. Like for real, that is not inspiring to anyone to be, Kate, I'm on a high right now. And then all of a sudden it's the weekend. Then I crash. I don't show up for 48 hours. And then it's Monday again, Monday motivation. No, that's not it. You need to be consistent. So for me personally, coaching did two things. When I signed up as a coach, it kept me accountable to my fitness. That's how I lost 30 pounds. And then because I was a proof of the products working and I lost 30 pounds, it helped my business. So it goes so good together. It's the perfect combination. So if you are starting out and maybe you're not even a challenger yet, maybe you just connected with your coach on Instagram or somewhere on social media and you don't even know what Beachbody is all about, you can be like me and you signing up when you get your first program or your challenge pack. You can use both hand in hand, so to speak. Use fitness as a way to grow your business and use your business as a way to be accountable to your fitness. So I think that both go so hand in hand. But something that I just want you guys to know is that if you're in this for the long haul and you have an attitude of you're going to frickin' do it and you're going to prove yourself right, you will be a good coach. I've seen it a lot where people come into this, they're kind of sheepish, they kind of dip their toe in, they don't make $1 million in 6 months, 2 months, 1 month, they're out of here. That's not for you. You will not make $1 million in 6 months. I don't care who you are. You will not make $1 million. But if you are passionate, you're authentic, you don't just dip your toe in, you freaking jump in, and you are willing to learn and put the time in, you will be a good coach. 4.5 years later, life looks a lot different. I'm going to talk about my why later when we share that, when we post to the group. But life looks so much different for me right now. And it is because of coaching and because of this opportunity. So thanks so much. I get all fired up. I love talking about this. Just know that if you are willing to be in this for the long haul, you're playing the long game, you will do great.
Thank you so much, Hill. And that's so true. Like, coaching has so little to do with, what you look like and what your starting point is. And it has everything to do with that fire inside and with that work ethic that you have. Because truthfully, I think that if everyone tried hard enough, they'd be incredible coaches. But so many people are just so impatient, right? They want that instant gratification. Like, yeah, I'm successful overnight. Dude, I've been here for 5 years now. Like, it took me a long time to build this business solid. And I told myself early on, like, I'm going to get my Beachbody degree. And if by then, after 4 years of work in my biz, if I'm not feeling successful, if I don't see growth, if I don't see financial gains, if I don't see physical perks, if I don't see, the social aspect of things, if I don't see the results, then I can quit. I can say I tried. But like Hilary said, if you just dip your toe in, how on earth will you ever know? You haven't given it, a quarter. You haven't given it a fiscal year. That's not business growth. That's a hobby. And you got bored with your hobby. So thank you so much, Hill, for showing us that, coaching truly could be for you if you tried hard enough. Awesome. Thank you so much. Alrighty. So now we are going to have a fun discussion about the perks of being a coach with my girl from the 6 AMQ.
Hi, everyone. I also love talking about all the topics, but I'm pretty stoked to be talking about this one because I always like to say when it comes to coaching, side effects may include developing a super awesome sisterhood that you didn't even know was possible, living the happiest and healthiest life, again, that you didn't even know was possible, earning vacations, legitimate paid vacations for just doing your freaking job. Like, just wrap your head around that. I'll touch upon it more. And on top of all of that, you're building an income. Like, if that doesn't sound like something that isn't real, but it is, it's insane. It blows my mind every single day that I get to wake up and do this. And so I'll go through those 4 points a little bit more in detail, but I always like to think of it as like, when people are like, oh, I don't know if I want to be a coach. I'm apprehensive. I'm always like, okay, so what do you have to lose? These are the side effects of being a coach. And I'm all right side. Why not give her a go? It's just facts. It's facts. So number one thing is you literally do develop real life friendships. The 5 of us are friends. We get to work with our friends. I don't know about you guys, but I often share about this. I've never, ever, growing up in elementary school, I never had that group of girlfriends that were like my core group. I just didn't have it. Moving on to high school, didn't have it. Everyone was like, don't worry, AMQ, you'll find that in university. No, didn't have it. And to be honest, I wasn't a girl's girl. And one of the things that held me back almost from becoming a coach was that I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is such a female heavy business. Like, I don't know if I can handle all the girls. And now I'm like, girl power to the end. Like, these are my girls and I'm riding with them every day. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I know a lot of us have touched upon this already and will continue to, but that sisterhood, knowing that when you're having a bad day, one of these girls can call you out and be like, you're better than this, you know? Or when you're having a good day, people are like, keep going, you know? Having that person behind you who is, you know, your business partner, who is somebody whose life you changed too, who is your best friend. The people that Beachbody attracts are truly some of the greatest people, I think, in the world, if I'm being quite honest. I'm in the travel industry. That's what I do for my 9 to 5. I meet a lot of freaking people every day of my life. And my favorite people in the world are still my Beachbody people. And I think that says a heck of a lot because I've been in that industry for 10 plus years. So sisterhood, friendships, people are always asking me, like, I always share that little meme on Instagram, you know, a little GIF that's like, internet friends are real. It's true. In an age where you can swipe left or right on a dating app to find the person that you're going to live with for the rest of your life, why is it so weird to think that you're going to see someone on an Insta story, connect with them, and be like, that's going to be my homie? That's not weird to think at all. So if we just get over those preconceived notions, literally your best friend could be on the other side of this screen. It's crazy to think. So that's one. Second, getting happy and healthy. Of course, we are a company that, you know, creates those solutions for with at-home fitness, and we have those supplements, totally. And of course, that's a way to be healthy. But we touched on the fact that personal development, it's what gets you there too. You know that saying, you know, your body will only take you as far as your mind will. I'm butchering it, but you guys get the concept. And it's the truth, right? I came into this, and of course I won't go on into my why, and we'll cover that a little bit more when I post about it, but I came into this in a bad place, physically, yeah, but mentally, much worse. And in taking care of my body, my mind got better, and vice versa. So being able to live that happy, healthy lifestyle, think about what you're doing for yourself, but also for the people around you. I immediately started performing better at work. I immediately became the girlfriend that was, you know, fiance worthy, you know, like I immediately, literally, that's the truth. Like I got engaged because of Beachbody. It made me a better person, and my relationship was in the pits. And I don't talk about that a lot, but it definitely is something I should talk about more. And friendships, oh my gosh, like I just started showing up as a better friend, just as a better human. And literally, when Kyrstin told me that that's what Beachbody was doing for her, that's what did it for me. I was like, girl, I suck as a human right now, and I can't do that anymore, you know? And now I don't, and I can confidently say that. And I know it's from Beachbody. I know. So happy and healthy, physically, mentally, in your relationships, spiritually, however you track, you know, your levels of health and happiness, I promise you that is something you will get by becoming a coach. The other thing, and I'm really stoked to talk about it because I just got back last week and my tan is like not as good as I wanted it because it was windy, but whatever. I was in the Bahamas and Haiti on the 2019 Success Club trip. And I earned that, guys, from helping 3 people every month last year. You know, some months I helped more, but the idea is that I changed 3 lives every month consistently. And because I was literally doing my job, Beachbody was like, hey, girlfriend, you want to go on a boat for a week and take your hubby with you? Like, what? I've been working for years and years and years, and I've never had my company give me a freaking gift card for something, you know, let alone a free vacation. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. And I got to experience it. And this is not something that's like untouchable. This is not something for the elite top 10 coaches and, you know, the 10 of them are on this massive 5,000 person cruise boat. No, this is for literally everyone who works their booty off and earns it. And just having that tangible is so amazing. Plus, like I said, I'm in the travel industry. So, travel junkie. I was like, free trip, let's go. It's super, super motivating. And again, everyone is motivated by different things. I was definitely motivated by that. I will be honest. And so that's 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is, like, I say this all the time. And I get pretty emotional when I say it, but I would literally do this if Beachbody told me tomorrow, hey, AMQ, we're going to become a volunteer-only business. I'd be like, cool. You know what? I have all the things I just mentioned and then some, and I've already made a healthy income, and I've been able to pay my mortgage, buy a condo, do these things that, of course, you know, it's a little bit taboo to talk about money sometimes, but guys, it's a business. And yes, I pay my mortgage with it. And no, I don't even have to tap into my 9-to-5 income to do so. And that's pretty incredible. And I literally can't even believe it. Like what Hilary and Annie and Kyrstin were talking about and what Liv will cover. We literally get up every day and we get to be ourselves. And that's how we make money. Beachbody is literally paying us to be ourselves. And I think that that's such a beautiful thing. If you feel intimidated when you're watching this or when you're following other Beachbody coaches and you're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I'm not as fit as her, or I don't have as much personality, or nobody really cares about what's going on in my life. Trust me, they do. People care. They really, really care. Whether you're super outgoing or you're a homebody or you're a mix of both like me, somebody out there is like, all right, that girl's pretty legit. I'll follow her. I'll give her a go. It's literally so cool that we can be ourselves and build a business, because I'm sure all of us on this call can, you know, nod in agreement and say that there have been times where you've been in roles in jobs where you're almost told that you have to be something you're not. And that's a terrible, terrible feeling. And here we're literally, it's like spread your wings, be who you are, and just build from there. So the piece of advice that I guess I would have is kind of what I already covered, is that, and I don't think a lot of us already have, but that's okay, I'll say it again, is that there literally is someone for you out there. People do care what you do. People do relate to you. And even if you don't think you have an interesting life, like, somebody else is going to think you do, because guess what? Maybe your life is totally different than theirs. Or maybe you're so similar that it's crazy and you're like a doppelganger and you relate that way. But trust me, somebody out there needs you. And my mantra, my personal mantra, is that I'm only looking for the people who are looking for me. And that's just the truth. And there are lots of people out there who are looking for you. And there are a lot of people out there that I'm looking for. So it's that symbiotic, beautiful relationship that then leads to the sisterhood, that then leads to people being your best friends, that then leads to, you know, you having bridesmaids who are Beachbody babes in your party, or who, you know, the godmother of your kid is one of your coaches. Like, guys, that's insane. And it's beautiful. So I will stop rambling. I obviously get really fired up. I'm a relationship girl. So thank you for letting me talk about this topic, because I love it.
Thank you so much. And it's so true. Like, isn't it funny how you talk about, oh my God, the travel, the incentives that we have. We get prizes every month. We get discounts on all the products that we love. We get the sisterhood. We get fit and healthy. Oh yeah. And we get paid. It's like, oh yeah, right. We get paid to do all that. It's one of those things that you're just like, the money's good. Like, it's good. But it's just incredible to have a job where it makes you feel that way, because I know we've all been in a position where our boss doesn't treat us good. Our fellow employees suck the life out of us. Our role at work doesn't inspire us or makes us feel so slimy. And you're just like, I'm done. I need something more. I need to feel fulfilled. I want to feel like what I'm doing each day matters. And I want to get paid appropriately for it. So thank you so much, AMQ. I really appreciate that. Now we are going to go on to my girl, Liv, who is absolutely crushing it. And she's going to talk to you guys. Let's say you signed up. How does this work? How are we going to get started? What does that even look like? So go ahead, Liv.
So I'm going to make it real quick, bullet points. I'm a bullet point person. I just like to get to the point with it. So whether you're just looking to get the discount, which I don't know if it was mentioned, but you do get 25% discount on everything. That's phenomenal. So for somebody that walked into this with $29,000 in debt from a previous relationship, to hear that I cannot afford anything except for top ramen and cup of noodles, that I get 25% off, that was like right there. That's really all I needed to hear. Okay. So whether all you want is just a discount and you don't really need anything else and you don't want to coach,
Great. Maybe you want to make a couple $100 a week and you want to pay for your Shakeology. That's amazing. Maybe you're like me and you're like, no, I want to make like $1,000 to $3,000 a month. Cool. You want to go full time and you want to be like some of the top coaches and actually make like a 6-figure salary? Cool. You can do that too. Choose your scale and you can change it at any time. But the way to sign up is all the same no matter what you're looking to do. It's all the same across the board. So number one, if you haven't done Beachbody, you should probably start with that because if you're just looking to make an income, again, it's not going to happen. I went to massage school. I had people in my class that had never had a massage, but they were going to massage other people. Like, mind blowing, okay? You can't do this job and not have done the products and absolutely love it. The one thing all of us have in common is we're obsessed with the products. We would still use this even if coaching didn't exist. 4 years down the line, I would still be working out at home. I would still be drinking my shakes. The fact that there's a coaching to do that with, cool, I'll do it with it. So number one, you need to get involved with coaching. Maybe you're like me and a couple of other coaches on here. And when you sign up, you're like, well, I want the discount. Okay. That's amazing. When you sign up, you can sign up and any challenge pack, anything that you go online, you're like, what's a challenge pack? If it says the word challenge pack in it or challenge kit, it's a challenge pack. If you get that, then you get to sign up for free as a coach, okay? If you have ever bought one, I'm talking about maybe you signed up for Beachbody 5 years ago. If you bought one back then, you're able to get the refund of the normal $40. It's $39.95 to actually become a coach if you've never ordered a challenge pack. You probably should order one, but maybe you've ordered everything individually and now you've decided to sign up. It would be $40 if you've never had a challenge pack, okay? It's really that simple. And from that point on, it's a one-time fee. And that point on, you are signed up as a coach. Now, the only additional thing with it that you are required, you are not required to sell anything. You're not required to buy anything. There's no requirements with coming with coaching. You could literally sign up as a coach and then order Shakeology once every other month and it would still be okay. So you're not required. However, every single month, there is a $15.95 fee. This is actually quite amazing because that means Beachbody is going to carry all the products for you. They're going to ship everything for you. They're going to do all the returns, the customer service, all the marketing. They literally do everything so you don't have to. All you have to do is pay $16 a month. That's it. And even if you just want the discount and you're still paying $16, you're still saving about $30 on Shakeology, at least on US side. That's amazing. Like right there, that's a deal breaker for me. I was all in once I heard that. So you can't, diving in on that side is amazing. You also get, the moment you sign up, if you do want to dive into coaching, again, all of us are very similar that none of us know how to dip our toes in. I don't know how. It's not an ability that I have. So if you want to dive all in, you get a ton of coaching, a ton of training. Maybe you're a reader and you like having a PDF and you want to work your way through it. Cool. We have that. If you want a million different videos to teach you how to do everything, we have that. You get a new coach call with us as your coach to really break down your specific goals to make sure that you can make this successful. There's no one size fits all. If you follow any of us on Instagram, we're all very different. So it's very fun to see the different ways. There's also a weekly training call. It's different coaches that are sponsored really every single week, and they give their best tips and what's worked for them. And you get, through the company, you also get a weekly call with some of the top coaches in the company. Some of them are new coaches that just started this last year and are rocking it. Some people have been doing it for 10 years. The whole spectrum's in between. All I'm trying to say is that if you have even had an inkling, for me, this is my second time around being a coach. The first time around, I signed up as a customer. I said, I want the discount. And honestly, if somebody wants to sign up with me, why would I give my coach $50 when I could take it? And I didn't really have enough time to really, I wasn't there. I wasn't ready to go all in. Then 4 months later, I could not stop thinking about coaching. And I read a quote of, if you can't stop thinking about it, just do it. Because in the time you've been thinking about it, you could have been doing it. So I messaged right back out to my coach again. And I said, you know what? I'm all in. And from there forward, it's literally been like a rocket launch. Okay. So want to get started, reach out to one of us. If you've already purchased a challenge pack, then you will get the signing up for free and we'll reimburse you right away. If not, it's $40 and then you get the $15.95. That's really as simple as it is. And it's really easy to get signed up. So if you have any questions, please ask us, and you can choose any level that you want, whether it's discount or you want to commit to your like 4 years and see if you can get to 100K. That's up to you. Whatever you want to get to, it's all in your plan.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. I love your energy and I love your like to the point. That's the best. Thank you so much. And it's like incredible to me thinking that we have the potential to launch a business that when I started, I saw my peers, I saw some friends of mine earning really good money. It was quite a lucrative business for them as Beachbody coaches. And I thought, legit, to start this business, I don't have to pay a sign-up fee because I had purchased a challenge pack. So I was working on my fitness first. And then the fee each month is $16. Like that's it. Like I always thought, I had this in my head with network marketing that you had to like buy in and like spend hundreds of dollars as like a sign up fee or something. And that I would have to be like, devote a spare bedroom in my home to product and ship it out before it expired. And that sounded so stressful to me. But the fact that Beachbody does all of that, like I don't have to go to the post office. I hate the post office. I don't have to go. I don't have to ship things. I don't have to worry about that. That was a huge determining factor for me when I wanted to run the business, knowing that they made it easy for me as an entrepreneur. I didn't have a giant hole to dig out of, right? Because when you start a franchise or you open a storefront, you are in debt for a long time. And the fact of the matter is, I don't want to be in debt for a long time. If I'm starting a business, I want to start making money. And if you think about it, let's say you bought a challenge pack, let's say rough estimate, $160. You got everything you needed for your own fitness for a year. You're good, $160. Coaching's free, $15 a month. And that was your investment into a business that could potentially turn into 100K plus per year. Like, hello, yes, that is incredible. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Now, I guess it is my turn, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about money. And there is nothing to be ashamed of talking about money because I got bills to pay, and so do you, and so do all these coaches on here. We have mortgages, we have car payments, we have growing families, we have trips we want to go on, renovations we got to do, and that requires money. So I am all about breaking the stigma around women talking about cash because we need to make money. And I feel like there is this weird haze around income, especially around network marketing, because a lot of people are scared to talk about it because they don't want to be criticized. But then that inability to talk about it, or that veil or that gray area, causes suspicion, and it causes people to not trust you. So that's why I think it's important to have the discussion about income, what it looks like. Okay. So first off, we make 25% commission as coaches. It doesn't matter what your rank is. It doesn't matter when you signed up. It doesn't matter how active you are in the company. If you help a friend get signed up with a challenge pack, you get 25% commission across the board. If someone buys Energize from you, the beach bars, whatever it is, 25% commission across the line, which is amazing. And as you grow in the business, so let's say you start mentoring other women to be coaches, and let's be clear, you don't have to know everything to start doing that, because like we've all said, there is so much training, PDFs, there's, oh my gosh, you name it, calls. We help you help your team, okay? What your team needs is you as a friend, you as a mentor, to help them do that. We have all the resources. But basically, once you start growing in this industry as a leader and mentoring other women in the business, you start getting team bonuses, which is where the real money lies. Now, fact, you don't get paid money to sign up a coach, because we don't want it to become a slimy business where we're just signing people up for the sake of signing them up. Kind of like AMQ said, I want to attract people that are attracted to me, that, have my energy, that have my vibe, that match me in that sense, that want to do this. I am not in the business of knocking door to door, trying to get people to sign up with me. I am in the business of putting out my vibe, sharing what my team is all about, and attracting people to my team, because those are the women I want in my business. Okay. So I don't get paid for signing that person up. I get paid if I help them be successful. If I help the women on my team succeed and grow and get paid, Beachbody gives me a bonus as a leader. That is the best incentive for me, because I know that if I just signed people up and then I just never checked in with them again, Beachbody ain't gonna pay me. They're not gonna give me nothing. But if I help my team succeed, if I show up, if I provide trainings, if I do all these things for them, Beachbody will say, good for you. We are proud of you. We're gonna pay you for that. Okay, so that's how that works. And I think one of the coolest things as you grow in this industry, you get quarterly bonuses, and they are incredible, and they vary. They can be as small as like $2,000, or they can be as large as $20K for a quarter as a bonus, simply for having a team that's successful. The earning potential is wild. It is absolutely incredible. And as someone who works in an industry in healthcare, I don't have the ability to climb a ladder. I don't have the ability to get a promotion. I am where I am, and that's where I will stay. For that person out there, I say to you, this is the opportunity that you've been looking for. As a woman who has drive and who has, purpose, and I have a vision, it's nice to know that I have the ability to climb. I can do that for myself. I can give myself a raise. I can give myself, a promotion. I can do that on my terms. So it's incredible to be able to do that. And again, that comes down to leadership and growth and mentoring. The next thing that we've kind of touched on already is that there's a really low cost to running this business. We don't require you to spend $1,000 on a bunch of product that you keep stored in your spare bedroom. No, you don't need to do that. You use the products that you use every month, because chances are, if you're signing up as a coach, you love the products and the programs, right? So you're probably using Shakeology, or maybe you're using the pre-workout and post-workout every month, or maybe you're using both, or beach bars, but that's your cost in the month, is just what you use and your monthly office fee. That's it. So we don't, expect you to spend all this money, because we want you to start making money. Focus on yourself, the products that you use, and then we'll go from there. So I think that, in a sense, I want to share with you guys kind of an idea of where I started. So I started as a discount coach. I loved Shakeology. It made me feel like $1 million. And I knew that I was going to be drinking it long term. I had taken the package to my doctor, and they had talked about the ingredients as far as IBS symptom clearance, and I felt really good. So I'm like, I am going to be on this for a while. I love it. It's working. So I am going to get the discount. And that was it. I had no intention of running the business. So I didn't have a paycheck for obviously a long time. And then when I started getting results, people started asking questions, and they're like, girl, you look good. Like, what are you doing? Like, how are you getting these results? And I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm using this product, and I'm doing this workout program. It's only 30 minutes a day, and I never have to leave home. It's amazing. And then people are like, oh, can I join? I'm like, oh, I guess I can send you the link. Sure. Okay. Yeah. So I'd like send them the link, figure out how to do that, get them all set up. And then I got a check for a week paycheck, $50. And I was like, oh my God, this is real money. And this is like a job. I got paid $50. So I'm like, I'm going to go get a manicure, a good one, from a place that's not going to give me an infection. Oh my God. Yes. This is incredible. I am in. And then from there, as soon as I got that, I was like, oh my God, this is real. And that wasn't hard. I shared my story. I shared my results. That's it. And it was just like, okay, all right, I see this. So first few paychecks were a bunch of goose eggs, bunch of zeros. But then that first paycheck was $50, and I'll never forget it. That feeling that I had at that paycheck, I still get that feeling every week. regardless of what that number is. And I just shared recently that my quarterly earnings, so January, February, March combined of this year, was just over $56,000 in Beachbody alone, 3 months. That blew my freaking mind. Going from someone who earned, that was about pretty close to the annual income for a dental hygienist, what I did full time. And it's crazy to think that all I have to do is share my journey, share what I'm using, talk about it all the time, and just do that for this 5 years. If someone told you that you would make money along the way and eventually it would add up to $56,000 in a quarter just by sharing what you're doing, getting healthy, happy, in a sisterhood, feeling good, traveling for free, would you do it? Yeah, you probably would. But I'll tell you now, it didn't happen overnight. Were there days that I felt like giving up? Probably. But then I remembered I would do this without a paycheck because it makes me feel that freaking good. So then it becomes secondary, which is mind-blowing that becomes secondary. But simply by being yourself and by following basically everything that these 4 women have talked about, you're able to build an income. Don't be ashamed of wanting more out of your life. Don't be ashamed about wanting more income coming into your life. There is no shame in that. So don't feel like signing up because you love the products and the programs and you want to feel good, but you also want to provide for your family. There's nothing to be ashamed of. So that is kind of the bulk of this call. We wanted to keep it simple and straightforward, but share with you guys, what we do as coaches, what a coach is, who makes a good coach, how you get started, and the perks of being a coach, but also talk about the money and the financial side of it. So I think right now, before we sign off, we'll all share a little tidbit for you before we go, and I'll start off. Someone out there is waiting for you to share your story. I don't want to butcher the quote, but I'm going to. Don't make yourself small. You don't need to fit into small spaces any longer. Be big and be bold and share your story, because if you're worried about what someone thinks about you, if you're worried about, judgment or criticism, stop, because your life matters. Your vision, your passion, whatever it is that you're wanting out of life, that they're not going to give it to you. The people that are criticizing you, the people that are putting you down or making you nervous, they don't matter. So it's important that you share your journey. Hilary, what's your tip?
My tip is literally to just start. If anything that one of the 5 of us has said has sparked your curiosity, has got you thinking about how this could look in your life, if you're intrigued about the income, the sisterhood, the perks, there is a seed planted, and there's no point in trying to ignore it or deny it, because that is going to continue to fester in you. And 6 months from now, 6 weeks from now, you're going to wish that you would have started now when that seed started to grow, versus trying to deny that it's there. So if anything has sparked your heart or, your mind for a vision for what life could be or what this could mean for your life, then just do it. Don't be a scaredy cat. Just do it. I didn't know a darn thing about what this was all about. Coaching, all I knew was that I could make money because I needed to, because I was drowning in debt and I wanted to lose weight. I didn't know how to do any of the rest of it, but I just figured it out along the way because I knew that it could change my life, and so it did.
All right, Annie, you go, girl.
I never would have guessed this would be my passion. So don't think just because this isn't your passion, fitness or health isn't your passion, this isn't for you, because I never would have guessed that. Coaching was on my heart. Coaching was on my mind non-stop. I followed Kyrstin for years, and I watched her, and I listened to all of her stories, all of her posts, and I was like, why am I not doing this? And when that clicked, everything changed. So when this is nonstop on your heart, go for it. It's there for a reason. Just go for it.
Thank you so much. And Olivia?
If you are even thinking about it, just do it. Like, you could have been doing it by now. And why would you give your coach $50 when you could be using it? That's like the biggest thing that I can say. And on top of Annie's, I was 200 pounds when I started. I've never ran a mile in my life. I've never been fit. I've been the overweight one, but not the most overweight. Just go for it. There's literally nothing that you could lose in the process. And I have become such good friends with these girls. It's insane. I wanted this for my mental health. Like, that's what I wanted it for. I was not okay, and I was not at a good state. And seeing how I am now, the fact that I have this light and this energy and this glow, if you would have seen me a year ago, it would be mind-blowing. Like, just scroll through my feed. It's ridiculous. So just commit to it and don't dip your toe in. If you're going to do it, dive in. Because if you're going to dip your toe in, there's no point. You're not going to get anything out of it. So just dive and see what happens.
Awesome. And AMQ.
Okay, I'm usually really wordy, but I'll just say that if we can do this, you can too. Simple as that. None of this, like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. You can. So just try, you know? So the whole, I'm going to butcher another quote, so I just won't say it. But literally, it's just really like, if we can do it, you can too. We are 5 very different women that have similarities. For sure, of course, that's why we're here and we're having this call, but we're different and we've all made it work on different levels, and we will continue. We're not going anywhere. And like, it's like, are you going to run with that? Are you going to like take a nice casual jog? Are you going to like walk and like watch us from behind? Or are you just going to come? Like, just hurry up and join us. So that's it.
Awesome. I love it. And I think in closing, I just want to say you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. If you want to talk more about the ins and outs, what coaching might look like for you, contact whoever invited you to this call. Talk to them, because they are the ones, you know, who introduced you to coaching. They're the ones you were attracted to in the first place. Talk to them. I know firsthand that, you know, coaching can be life-changing. It is phenomenal. And I encourage you to follow all of us on social media. Watch our story. You know, there's proof in, you know, showing up and seeing what we're up to and seeing that we live and breathe by, you know, what we do and what we share. And it's incredible. And we hope that you are going to be the newest member on our team, helping us spread the message of health and wellness among men and women, and that we can do this together, and that fitness doesn't have to be intimidating, and that this girl club accepts everybody. And we are so open and welcome to new members. So we look forward to having you in our new coach training soon. So if you have questions, reach out to your coach. And thank you so much for taking the time and watching this call. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.